One of the biggest matches in the football calendar. Wembley Stadium is the venue for the Sky Bet Championship playoff final. Derby and QPR vying for a place in the Premier League, a prize worth an estimated £120 million. Steve McLaren and Harry Redknapp are two of the most experienced managers in the Championship, but neither has taken part in a playoff final. Both now go in search of promotion back to the top tier of English football. Derby arrived at Wembley having finished third in the Championship, 8 points adrift of second place Burnley. The Rams saw off Brighton in the playoff semi-finals to earn their place at Wembley. QPR ended the season in fourth, 5 points behind Derby. The Hoops saw off Wigan over 2 legs to book their first appearance at Wembley Stadium since 1986. Now the two sides battle it out for the most lucrative prize in world football. Phil Neville joins your commentator, Steve Wilson.
So it's Derby County to get the 2014 Sky Bet Championship playoff final underway, kicking from left to right. Lee Mason's happy and away we go. Derby County, white shirts, black shorts, kicking from left to right against Queen's Park Rangers in the red and black hooped shirts. First tackle of the game brings the first throw into the game Queen's Park Rangers' way. Will Hughes. Thorne again. Thorne attacking the penalty area, finding Wisdom. Hughes. Wisdom's cross. He did well to squeeze it in from a fairly unpromising position, but there was no one there in a white shirt.
Well, Derby County didn't get many people in the box there. I think Lee Mason set his stall out early. He's not going to give any cheap fouls away.
Danny Simpson with this throw-in. Nice little ball forward from Hughes. Martin lets it go. That's going to be a corner, and it's Derby's first.
First time we've seen somebody supporting Chris Martin. Good link-up play with Will Hughes. Derby need a good delivery.
Keogh and Hendrick forward. Chris Martin inside the area. Jake Buxton there too. Jamie Ward to take this in towards the near post. Richard Dunn got a head on it, as he so often does. Ward can have another go. Maybe a more promising angle. Great ball in. Forsyth popping up at the back post. That's probably the clearest sight of goal that either side have had.
Yeah, I think it was Clint Hill at the far post. Slightly misjudged it. The best ball of the game so far from a crossing angle. It was Chris Martin looking for a tap-in.
No kind of angle in which to score, really. You can see that Robert Green was right on the post.
Looks like George Thorne is the key man for Derby. Everything goes through him. Every little triangle. He's the link man. He's the spare man in midfield for Derby today. They need to get him on the ball all the time.
Ward trying to find a way through. Russell wants the pass. It's gone instead to Hughes. Will Hughes here. Oh, now is he caught by Dunn? Lee Mason has said no. Well, he seemed to beat Richard Dunn there, Will Hughes, and he's asking the question of the referee, and Lee Mason has said no penalty.
Oh, that looked like a penalty from me from where I was. We saw a similar one, Mesut Ozil, in the Champions League game. No, it was a great decision in the end. I think he went down easy there, Will Hughes. We look down, Nicole Cranchart, looks like he's going to be sub. Is the hamstring again?
Well, he's had that niggle ever since the semi-final against Wigan, Nico Cranchart. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to continue. And Armand Traoré, left back initially, but now plays further up the field, former Arsenal man. And here come Derby County again. Will Hughes onto this. Hughes
We're disappointed with that. Will Hughes sat up perfectly for him after a great run from Craig Forsyth.
Well, this standing applause on 31 minutes is for a BBC Radio Derby commentator, Colin Bloomfield, who is battling with cancer at the moment. Extremely popular figure with the supporters and within the club. Well, Cranchar is being replaced.
He obviously wasn't 100% fit, and when you go into games of this magnitude, you need to be 100% fit, because now QPR have to make a substitution. These games tend to go to extra time. Maybe it's a substitution that QPR didn't want to make so soon.
Armand Traore will come on. He'll be a natural fit on that left-hand side. Kevin Bond with a few final instructions. Wally Downs down there as well.
See when Derby get the ball, Joey Barton, Gary O'Neill are dropping right on the toes of their centre-backs, not allowing any space. Very difficult for Chris Martin to get any balls into his feet.
Here he is. Is that a free kick? Yes, it is. Ward knocked over by Anua. Not Anua's first transgression of the game.
No, it was a lazy tackle, this, by Nedum Anua. Tackled with his wrong foot. I think we've seen 3 or 4 of these positions from both teams so far, and we've not quite got the delivery that's expected.
Well, they won't be short on numbers in there, I think, Derby. About 7 in a cluster on the edge of the penalty area as the free kick comes in. Oh, and I don't think there was any touch at all. It was the faintest, and Rob Green has put it around the post for a corner.
It's so difficult for goalkeepers, these. They've got to anticipate somebody touching the ball, but not let the ball go into that far corner. It was a good save by Rob Green in the end.
Nearly went straight in. Will Hughes corner. That's very comfortable for Green. Not the best throw out. And the ball had just gone out of play.
Harry Redknapp wasn't happy with that throw then from Rob Green. I'm sure QPR will be better equipped this time in the Premiership in terms of their spending.
The last time they dropped out of the top flight, they were out of it for 15 years. Just the one season since they came down. But no guarantees about going back up again, though they're on the counter here. Clint Hill did ever so well, can feed Armand Traore. Gary O'Neill getting forward, Traore carrying it himself, and then a cross-come shot that troubles no one.
Armand Traore there, good counter-attack from QPR. Clint Hill broke through. I think it was Kevin Doyle who was breaking his neck to get up on the outside of Armand Traore, just making a run down the side. Need to show a little bit more composure there, Traore.
Jeff Hendrick for Derby finds Forsyth. It's a bit short for Thorne, and it's well won by Barton. And it might be in a spot of bother here. Kevin Doyle getting forward for Rangers. Armand Traore too. Thorne slid in and took it cleanly. Great challenge. Keogh to Ward. Keogh, Ward. That wasn't a bad idea, but Forsyth, Chris Martin rather, was rather leaden-footed getting out of the blocks. What a tackle this was.
Oh, it was a fantastic challenge. Sprinted back. That's what he's in there for, as a holding midfield player, not just to get the possession. He's in there to win the ball back as well. And Derby have possession of the ball. I think they need Hendricks and Hughes to get closer to Martin, give him more support, be a little bit more adventurous. At the moment, both them 2 midfield players are a little bit cautious.
Half-time is a matter of a few moments away. In fact, there is the whistle blown by Lee Mason. It's been fairly cagey, as you might expect from a game with so much riding on it. Queen's Park Rangers might feel that they've just bossed the possession, but the half chance of the game arguably fell Derby County's way with Forsyth's header wide. Hoylett, perhaps the pick of the bunch, lively for Rangers. Half-time, Derby County 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0.
When we return, we'll bring you the conclusion of the Sky Bet Championship playoff final. Would it be Derby or QPR who'd emerge victorious? Find out after the break.
From a neutral point of view, the game was a little short on real opportunities in the first half. But both managers, I think, would settle for not having conceded so far. Here's Joey Barton for Queen's Park Rangers. No half-time changes. And Barton just puts a 7-iron way over the back of the green. It's a goal kick. Charlie Austin, oh, good tackle. Buxton did well. Here's Doyle. Traore forward. Armand Traore here. And Austin wide of the post. It's the chance that he and they have been waiting for.
It was Richard Keogh who misjudged the header. The first time today we've seen quality from the flanks. Armand Traore cut the ball back. How many times this season have we seen Charlie Austin stick them in the back of the net? Totally against the run of play as well. A bit disappointed with that, Charlie Austin. That was his big moment.
Well, Queen's Park Rangers have made the substitution. Austin has a new strike partner. Kevin Doyle makes way and Bobby Zamora has come on. Misplaced. Ward for Derby, running into Barton. Well won by Joey Barton. Hoylett slips, but back on his feet quickly. Bobby Zamora let it go, and Charlie Austin again. That was a much harder chance.
It was more difficult. I don't think the pass from Junior Hoylett was meant for Charlie Austin. Good tackle from Joey Barton in the midfield play, but it was this pass from Junior Hoylett. I think it was meant for Bobby Zamora. Quite fortunate, difficult chance. The game's opened up a little bit now though. Saw Harry Redknapp on the touchline 2 minutes before that, screaming at Traore to get forward, be more positive.
Oh, that's a good ball, but well cut out by Anua. Will Hughes, Johnny Russell. Russell for Derby. Oh, and he's brought down. Gary O'Neill right on the edge of the penalty area. What does Lee Mason do here? Yellow or red, that's the only question.
Oh, that looks like a red card. It was Nedum Anua that gave the ball away sloppy, coming out from the back.
He's going to confer with Darren England, his assistant, Lee Mason.
He's got every big decision right so far in the game, Lee Mason. The question was Clint Hill, could he have got back in to save Gary O'Neill from getting a red card?
That's a massive moment in the game. It's red, it's Gary O'Neill sent off. And for at least half an hour, it's 11 against 10. Here it is.
There was Nedum Anua dribbling out from the back. Little nutmeg. No, it was a good decision by Lee Mason. I don't think Clint Hill could have got back there. He was out the game. Johnny Russell was through on goal. Massive moment in the game, this.
It's Ward. Oh, and it's went through the wall, but hit Dunn to corner.
Good defending from Richard Dunn. Put himself in an area where he could get the block in. It was going to keeper's side though.
Well, is it now about survival for QPR? In comes the Hughes corner, up goes the heads. Came off Anua's. Zamora wins a free kick. Chris Martin pushing Bobby Zamora over. And his call, Phil, and I think that, you know, even probably the Rangers bench, when they look at it, will think he got it right.
Yeah, it was cynical foul from Gary O'Neill. They go back to the mistake that Nedum Anua made, dribbling out from the back. As a defender, you've got to clear your lines there. But Gary O'Neill had no option really.
That's a great little ball. Oh, saved by Robert Green. Lovely ball into Hendricks.
That's what Craig Bryson's been doing all season, making that third man run.
In comes the corner kick. Out by Traore. It was Hendricks into Bryson and Robert Green with the save. Wisdom. Oh, and it's hit the outside of the post from Chris Martin. Was there a deflection too? There was. It's a corner.
Well, it was Bryson again, making that run into that final cube. We've not seen much of that from the Derby midfield players this game so far. First chance of the game for Chris Martin.
In comes the Ward corner. Out it goes from Bobby Zamora. Thorne. Bryson. And again. Ward once more. All Derby now. Takes on Traore. Ward's ball into the box. And headed over the top by Keogh.
They're piling on the pressure now, Derby. You can sense that they smell the kill now.
Keogh, Jake Buxton, Forsyth, intelligently pulled back, Bryson into Dawkins, Bryson again, Joey Barton covering, Dawkins! Great save by Green, rifled back in by Ward and deflected off a Derby man. I think it hit Chris Martin. It's a goal kick.
That was Craig Bryson again, played a 1-2 with Simon Dawkins here. Neat little 1-2, good reverse pullback as well for him. Another good save by Robert Green. Derby keep piling on the pressure. You think it's only a matter of time before they get the goal.
Just one goal surely would do it. It would be, if Derby do score in these next few moments, almost unthinkable that Rangers with 10 men would get themselves back into the game. Possible, but very unlikely. Good quick feet from Buxton. Martin to Dawkins, straight down the throat of Robert Green again, who has done everything he's been called upon to do. Now Hoylett for Rangers, and their fans find their voice. Hoylett. Joey Barton is available to his left. Instead he goes to Dunn. Dunn in towards Zamora, dealt with by Buxton and given away. And the last shot from Barton was 2 or 3 yards wide in the end. We are now in the 90th minute of the last game of this 9-month season, and still we don't know who's going up. Well cut out by Hoylett. Bobby Zamora. Zamora urged by the Rangers fans to attack. He's won a throw-in.
Found some energy from somewhere. The longer than end, long hard season. A lot of tired minds and legs out there.
Oh, Hoylett's done well, got it away from Buxton. Bobby Zamora's in the middle. Zamora! He scored! Bobby Zamora for Queen's Park Rangers in the very last minute. There were less than 20 seconds to play, and Bobby Zamora has scored, and Queen's Park Rangers surely are heading back to the Premier League. Absolute despair for Derby County, but Bobby Zamora has been doing
dispossessed by Junior Hoylett. We said 2 minutes ago there was going to be a chance.
It was a double mistake, wasn't it, really, Phil? Jake Buxton caught in possession, and then Keogh played it straight to Zamora.
Brilliant finish from Bobby Zamora.
Oh, what a moment for Harry Redknapp. The 10 men are in front.
Football is
Have Queen's Park Rangers just won the jackpot? What scenes now from those blue and white hordes from only 4 or 5 miles down the road. Some of them walked here from Loftus Road.
You've got a feel for the Derby County players. They've given everything. They've thrown the kitchen sink at QPR. They're just going to get the ball forward. No messing about now. Get the ball into the box. It's the last throw of the dice.
In it goes. Chris Martin is up there. He won the header. This is Bamford trying the overhead kick. Barton made the block. It's a corner. Is there time to take it? Rangers think there shouldn't be. The goalkeeper's coming up, Lee Grant. Why not?
It's the last chance of a nine-month season.
Stranger things have happened, but not many. Derby corner. Lee Mason blows his whistle. In it goes, flicked on. There's half a chance here. And it's going to be a throw into Queen's Park Rangers, and surely the next whistle will mean that the West Londoners are back in the top flight.
The QPR fans.
The celebrations have started, Phil. All eyes on Lee Mason here.
We've not heard the QPR fans now for 30-40 minutes.
There's the whistle. Queen's Park Rangers are promoted. Bobby Zamora's 90th minute strike leaves Derby County face down in the Wembley turf. The 10 men have beaten the 11, and it'll be QPR back at the top table of English football next season, and Derby somehow have to lift themselves from the devastation of defeat.
Oh, it's a painful game, football. The young players from Derby are all on the knees. They've given everything for this last 9 months. Sometimes these scripts are written. QPR down to 10 men. Not a chance in the second half apart from Charlie Austin's. Backs against the wall. Couldn't get out their own half. They end up winning the game. Probably the biggest prize of all, going into the Premiership.
Bobby Zamora celebrates, and Queen's Park Rangers are a Premier League club once again. It has finished in a remarkable Championship playoff final. Derby County 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1.
They were dominating. You could only see one team scoring, and then we go and pull one out the bag like that. It's an amazing game.
Proud of the players for what they've achieved so far this season and the way they played today. You know, and you could only see one winner.
Well, a lot of these players have a lot of experience of international and club football successes, but this will rank right up there along everything that they've achieved in their careers. And there is the playoff trophy. Here come Queen's Park Rangers to take their place back in the Premier League. Clint Hill, an enormous hug. Joey Barton, followed by Robert Green and Richard Dunn. A wonderful piece of silverware which will be lifted jointly by Clint Hill and Joey Barton. Queen's Park Rangers are back in the Premier League.
So congratulations then to QPR, victorious at Wembley Stadium and headed for the Premier League. Our commiserations, of course, go to Derby, who'll begin another championship season in August. And that's when you'll see us next.